All right, welcome back, everyone, to the next episode of First Time Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Anthony Ruth, joined by my co-host, Julian Lizama. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we're going to get into spoilers, so if you haven't watched this yet, I do not want to accommodate you if you have not seen the show.
Yes, why would you listen to anything about something you haven't seen?
Exactly.
We're getting into spoilers here, bro. You got to be caught up with the times.
Go watch it.
You have your synopsis?
Yeah. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. So this TV show follows the former Sith as he rebuilds his criminal syndicate on the remote mid-rim planet of Janix. Seeking revenge against those who betrayed him, Maul takes on a disillusioned young Jedi survivor as his new apprentice. Well, he wants to. Damn, they fucked up that synopsis. He doesn't take. He's trying to.
He's trying.
Damn. Yeah, just skip to the last episode. Why don't you?
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's so odd.
But so let's explain to the people who haven't seen the TV shows, kind of, who Maul is, just because when I was showing Kaylin this, she said, well, didn't he get cut in half by Obi-Wan? And I was like, yeah, he did. But in the TV show, he, basically gets revived, and then, he has his own arc in that. Kind of explain, what was the last time we saw him, just for those that don't know, the exact...
Yeah, so basically... After he gets cut in half through using the Sith part or the hatred part of the Force, through pure unadulterated hatred, he kept himself alive, and he used a bunch of trash, because this place that he fell down to was this big trash pit, and he through through his pure hatred, he was able to will himself alive, but he lost his mind. He was going psycho. He was basically a schizo, just repeating hateful things about Obi-Wan and Sidious. The only thing keeping him alive was his hatred for the people that cut him in half or cast him aside for someone new. And then his brother finds him, and they're able to perform this thing to bring his mind back together. And so once they bring his mind and piece his mind back together so that he can think clearly, then they do a little surgery, give him some new legs, and then he's out for revenge. This guy is never winning fights, but he is surviving on his anger through every... So fast forward, end of the series, after all his trouble going attacking Obi-Wan and trying to just ruin Obi-Wan's life, he runs into Ahsoka because he wants to kill Anakin. He knows that Anakin's supposed to be the new heir to Sidious. So he tries to lure him in, but he ends up luring in Ahsoka. And he's like, I didn't want you. I wanted Anakin. And then she's like, Anakin would have no-diffed you. Anakin would have killed you easily. And then they fight. She gets captured, and he gets captured. While he's captured, Order 66 is set, and then the only way for her to escape is to unleash Maul, and then through that, the ship crashes. They go their separate ways. Now, that's where we meet Maul in this series. After he's been released, he already knows that Order 66, he already knows what happened. He's just operating in the underworld, and he wants to... His revenge towards the Empire isn't because he hates the, being under their thumb. He just has pure hatred for Palpatine, because in the series, Palpatine also murders his brother. So, Palpatine will not stop ruining this man's life. And so he hates the Empire, and that's, a common ground for him and other Jedis. So they constantly use him as, let's team up, even though you can't trust me. And that's where we meet Maul in here. He's like, you know what? A lot of you, after my imprisonment and after I went away, y'all screwed me over, so I'm going to screw everyone else over.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that makes sense why he hates Obi-Wan so much. And he's like, Obi-Wan. I've seen the fights of him
Oh yeah, his visions.
Like, because he hates Obi-Wan because he did cut him in half. But then even in this show, it's like he hates Sidious because of what he did, kind of throwing him to the side for a new apprentice. And that's funny. This dude's just getting his lick back. Is really what he's doing. Right? He's just like
actually.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, he has every reason to just be like spiteful towards everyone. Like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Fuck everyone. I'm doing my own thing.
Dude, but it's also pretty cool because I don't know if you know kind of the original plans for the movie 7, 8, and 9.
I don't think I read about that.
Dude, so George Lucas, I don't know what interview, but he talked about what his original plans were going to be for 7, 8, and 9. And in 7, 8, and 9, it basically was going to surround Darth Maul and him being like the number one guy for the underground world and him being in charge. And then him also having what's it called? An apprentice with him. And so in that one, the apprentice name was called like Darth Talon. And it's like the exact same race and everything. Like, you know the race that the girl was in this show? Her name was Devin.
Yeah.
Whatever race that is, it's called a Twi'lek. His official Star Wars term. Twi'lek. Okay. It's the ones with those little, like, kind of what Ahsoka is, but not really. But where they have like those like long, almost ponytail looking things. Yeah. So literally, I was like, oh, when I started watching this and they introduced that girl, and she was like the exact same race as the one from the original 7, 8, and 9. I was like, oh, are they doing kind of a spin on George Lucas's original plan to be like 7, 8, and 9 to follow Darth Maul? So as soon as the show started and they started showing that Force user, Darth Maul, was like, no, are they like actually going to do something along those same lines? And I mean, we get to the season finale and it kind of exactly mirrors what would have happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool because I like, you know, everyone's like, George Lucas is gone and we don't get to see that. It's all Disney, whatever. It's like we kind of get a little glimpse of maybe what George Lucas would have wanted, which is pretty cool.
I'm honestly like, thank God, because he wouldn't have made anything better than the prequels. Not that I don't like the prequels. I love the prequels, but like people would have like been calling for him to like give the reins up to someone else, and he would have gotten. I feel like that trilogy probably would have gotten the same amount of hate when he's just surrounded by yes man. It's not steered toward the right direction. Like, you're not going to get an episode 5 if you let George Lucas, because George Lucas didn't direct episode 5 and he didn't make like absolutely every critical decision. Mm-hmm. He only did, I think, episode 4 and 6. No, I think 6 was also not even him. I'm not sure.
Wait, so he didn't? Anyways, he didn't direct his original movies?
I think he only did the first one, and then before the first one came out, it's constantly talked about in like behind the scenes footage and by all the editors that like they had to do a bunch of script rewrites. Harrison Ford was even telling him like nobody talks like this, so like people were constantly trying to fix and like help out and improve George Lucas's stuff. And then same with like episode 5. Like, I don't think he even completely wrote episode 5. It's more like he like has the storyboard for the like what should be happening. And then he got complete control where he like nobody says no to him on episodes 1, 2, and 3. And those ended up being less critically acclaimed than the original. But I think what he would have made would not have been as good as this show like came out to be, because I think this show was incredible.
The show was peak because what would you rate Maul for you on your Star Wars list? I feel like he's up there for you.
Oh,
right?
Maul, like just as a character?
Yeah. Oh, he's not? I thought he was like top 2 for you. Well, I know
number 1 is Luke.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know number 1 is Luke.
He's just main character.
Yeah, I know we just talked about that.
I mean, I just love the content he's in and like what they do with him. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know.
Okay, so he's not up there.
I think all like his content. I think his content is up there, but
his fights,
like, it has nothing to do with like his fights, his content, his character arcs, his writing, his show is all like incredible. But I don't know. It's not like he's just my favorite.
I forget. You're like Team Republic, so you hate any like Empire people. Like you hate.
He's top 3 for sure. Top
top
three.
three?
I just don't know who like number 2 is. Yeah, I'd have to really think about it.
Chewbacca probably.
Jabba the Hutt. Rada the Hutt.
Rada. Yeah. But
Rada.
wait, what did you think about the animation? Because you told me a little bit that the Clone Wars animated series kind of started to become this style towards the later seasons. But what did you think about it?
Yeah. So they finished like seasons 1 through 6, and they had like a very rigid, basic style. They did improve slightly, and then I think there was like a little hiatus, and then they came back to like finish it off with the season 7. And when they did that, that was the first time that the Star Wars animated TV shows were in 4K, and where their like animation was looking crisp. And so they even had Ray Park, the guy who played Darth Maul, come back and do motion capture for Darth Maul's final fight scene versus Ahsoka. So that looked like incredible. So they just made a jump, and then they did like the Bad Batch, and then they also did Tales of the Jedi or Tales of the Empire, like these little like short story series that also like looked even better than that. And so I feel like Maul is like so far I think it's their peak, because they even took a different direction. Like, did you notice sometimes this city just looked like a straight up painting? Like, it didn't look like it was animated or anything.
That's literally
what did you think about that style?
Because I feel like we've kind of been seeing this sort of animation and like animations like coming out recently. Like we Spider-Verse,
like
yes,
the
Wild Robot. That one, yeah, it kind of has like this
Ninja
unique
Turtles.
like paintbrushy kind of the only word I could use it. And so I wanted to do a little research on what the animation style was, and kind of what they were saying about it was it is a paintbrush technique, right, where they blend like CGI with actual paintbrush strokes, and they'll kind of weave it in there. And like, especially when you look at Maul, like his face, you can almost see like the paintbrush texture of his red and his face. Like it's like a weird scratchiness, like if it was painted on there. And yeah, like some of the scenes look crazy. Like it just looks like a painting right there, just right behind.
Yeah, I loved how they did it selectively too, because it's not like everything looks paintbrushy. It's like sometimes you'll see a shot of the city and it just looks like a painting, and then sometimes like Darth Maul's lightsabers. Did you notice like sometimes in the movement it would look like this blur, like a brush stroke whenever he was swinging his lightsaber? Yeah.
No, like even the colors were popping. Like I really like the animation. It almost feels like real life. You know, they got really good at like some of the way they like the people, the dad in this and the son. Like the dad had like this almost realism to him. The son not so much, but the dad, like I don't know, the details. Like this looks like if it was almost a person they just acting, they put some like quick drawings over him. Very very different. And like I feel like, I don't know, is it just me or am I noticing like a lot more of this type of animation? Like even Puss in Boots was this type of animation.
Oh, right. That's another good example. A lot of people are copying it, but I like that they separated where it's like you can't tell until it's like specific scenes and they make certain figures or backdrops like pop. I prefer that versus like, let's just make everything neon, like every scene neon, slap it on everything.
Yeah, they do it tastefully where it's like, oh, that's nice.
Yes, yeah.
That's nice.
Were you getting in the first episode, bro, when the cops were chasing them through the city, were you getting like episode 2 vibes when Anakin was chasing that bounty hunter?
Oh, yeah,
like,
in the streets.
Through the city?
Yeah.
I swear I heard even like the same sound effects where they were like trying to make it seem or bring that vibe of the noir, you know, cop chase scene in Gotham City, but Star Wars.
Dude, they had so many callback music, like musically.
like motifs.
I watch I watch a recap after every video just to be like what I might have missed. And bro, like every time they play a song, it's like, oh, when Devin is fighting so and so, the music when Anakin is fighting, Obi-Wan is playing, and then
dun 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 dun, that one. Dun,
and I'm like, dude,
dun, dun.
That's probably my favorite thing about Star Wars, that the music is so like consistent amongst like the whole universe.
Yeah.
So like even I just love hearing like the blasters, pew, 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 like it's so satisfying. Yeah, all the sound effects, so satisfying. My favorite part about Star Wars for sure.
Yeah, like as soon as, because in the original trilogy you never see those Clone War ships that hold like multiple troopers. That's very specific, and I like that they were like, hey, this is only like a year after Order 66, so like they haven't completely done a whole makeover. Like it makes sense if they still use some Clone War ships. So I'm like, oh, that's cool that they're bringing that back. That like we used to associate that with the good guys, and that has a specific sound effect for the way it flies through the air too. So like again, like immersing you with those very familiar sounds and vibes and ships.
Yeah, it's all cool. Even like sometimes they'll show like you'll see this ship, and then like say in the movie like Mandalorian and Grogu, you get to see the inside of those AT-ATs where you haven't really seen them in much other Star Wars content. You can actually see the inside where stuff's housed in the back and the troopers. Maybe they did it in the Clone Wars TV show more, but like in the movies and all these stuff where you see them in the background, you don't really see the inside, but you're like, oh, I've seen that before. Oh, that's how the inside looks. It's like all connected, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shout out Star Wars, bro. Cohesiveness. We like that.
Yeah.
That, bro.
So I guess like
real quick, that's probably why people liked it, bro. Autistic people like us, bro, who like to follow every little thing and is like, in this episode they did this and that and this, and it keeps you on your toes when watching something. Maybe that's why it's so freaking successful, because who else is remembering all this stuff, bro? Like, you have to be something.
But also, I think they also like just make it good though, because I swear I've seen some like Ahsoka or other shows, like I'm mainly talking about Ahsoka, where they'll have things that have been in previous Star Wars films. I'm just like, but your story is so fucking boring. Like I can't stand it, and I'm not gonna finish it. But like, I swear every single moment Darth Maul would do something that would make me like this. Look, this is some ASMR of me watching Darth Maul do something. Oh, like that's me. Like at some point in every episode, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's all. Like I'm just freaking out because he does some badass move or a farming scene that, like, just straight giddy every episode.
I mean, yeah, dude. Let's get right into the Darth Maul talk. But like, dude was like a freaking force to be reckoned with in this show, dude. Like every fight scene, throwing hands, ready, fighting off those. I forget their names. The Inquisitors and the brother, like just fighting them all off. He always seemed like ready, but you know when he wasn't ready, when my boy showed up, when 225 pounds of straight. Okay, wait. Were you gonna say something before I went on my autism rant?
I think I was just gonna try to say, like, I don't know, like, we don't have to go through episode by episode. Let's just talk about the show, like, as a whole, how they deliver from start to finish. You know, like, do you feel like, so some criticisms I read was some people, in my opinion, are being like too nitpicky. And again, it's just one or two comments. It doesn't represent the majority, because it shows like 98% Rotten Tomatoes. Like this does not represent the majority, but like other people, like first two episodes, I read some comments saying like, I hope the Lawson police officer guy has more of a reason for the Empire to not butt in, because realistically you would call them if people were like, if there's a Sith Lord on your planet, or they were like saying like that, like it looks good, but there's not a whole lot of substance. Were you like waiting for more, or were you hooked straight from the beginning?
That is interesting, because like you'd have to take in the grand scheme of like what's going on with the Empire taking control of the planet, and you know that there is a Sith Lord, and I did like that. I like that they're also pushing on that that what's the word, that theme, because that's this like a big theme in all of Star Wars, that overarching government control. We were kind of talking about the other day, like Republic, Empire, New Republic, all of that. And yeah, I guess when that scene happened and the freaking Two Boots is like, no man, we gotta call for backup, this is too much for us. And the cop's just like, nah man, I'll handle it. I figured he knew, like, hey, like the Empire, they're gonna come and they're gonna just destroy our stuff, like, and because he had, like, I felt that that's what he was feeling. Like his wife went to go work for them. She probably, don't mess with the Empire, bro. They're gonna kill you.
They're doing some shady stuff.
Yeah, right. So I was always under that assumption where it was like, hey, he knows the Empire is probably up to no good. There's no reason for him to try and get involved in them kind of ruin his home planet, which ultimately he kind of was right. Like, they came over, they did unjust stuff, as Two Boots pointed out, like, oh, they should go down the proper channels. No, they just kill her. Like bro, they're not a righteous government, as they were, I guess, portrayed, and you'd have to know that by following the story of, like, oh, the Empire took over. It is the Empire, with what is it, Palpatine, and he's great, all this yada yada. You might fall into that. But in reality, hey, but the Empire is not all what it seems. Like, they do some shady stuff. So, I mean, did you have a problem with that at all? Did you feel like, this isn't a good enough reason, or?
Dude, like, straight from episode 1, like, I was, like, just thinking this is incredible. There was not a single episode I didn't like, and there was not any point where I was like, okay, but, like, is it going to get more in depth? Are they going to, like, I want deeper? More, like... I know, like, dude, like, again, I always say, and I've been repeating this, it's not the information, it's how you deliver it, right? Yeah. Like, they could have been even less substance than what they had, but if they still delivered it, like, as good as they were doing, give me more. Like, it doesn't have to be super crazy. The way they were directing, the music, the fight scenes, all that, like, just every episode, they were bringing it from start to finish. And I felt like every episode would always end or lead into, like, some conundrum. Like, I don't think there was a single episode that there wasn't, like, a predicament that everyone was in where they're trying to fight and get out of that situation. Like, there's no filler episodes or this is going to be an episode where we a day in the life of a police droid, and and
they were always facing his threats. Like, they always had something.
Yeah, every episode there was, like, a dilemma.
Yeah, I mean, if that's a criticism of the show too, where I don't understand is, like, okay, what were they aiming to do with the show? They were aiming to show Maul and him navigating the underground or underworld, and how he gets an apprentice along the way, and they kind of show, okay, this is how you manipulate someone to become a Sith. He was, manipulated by the world's strongest Sith ever. He knows the tactics. He knows how, like, dark you have to go. And they kind of show that he does that in this movie. He sweet talks. He, lures you in, just like Palpatine lured in Anakin with, fake hope and stuff. And then how he manipulates to eventually turn them over. That's kind of what the story was. So if you're trying to be like, oh, this part with that, I don't know. I'm like, it makes sense in the scheme of things. Like, that's not that deep. Like,
I like how they're also exploring, like, what's it like for Darth Maul, because he has zero team to subscribe to. He has no allegiance. He's not, like, the Empire wants him dead. Jedis want him dead. Even some people on his own crew want him dead and, like, don't care about him and start turning their back.
He's like, a one-man band, bro. Like,
exactly. Like, he's really, like, just fighting for his own life, except for that one girl who gets destroyed. And, like, so that one loyal chick with the blue hair, like, the one loyal Mandalorian, she was in the series for a minute. Like, she was part of the people who were loyal to him in the Clone Wars show. She was with them in the final episodes, and then And then up to here, so I'm like, dude, like that death isn't just a regular like side character death. Like that girl character has been there for a minute, and then just like that, as soon as she's in front of Vader, snatched, gone forever.
Oh, dude, I wish I would have known that, bro, because I thought she was a rando death.
Oh, right, yeah, she wasn't introduced in this series. She's been existing and been his right hand gal for a minute.
That must be devastating. You just see her die, bro. Like,
right,
just gone.
Dragged across the floor into the mist, gone forever. Yeah, damn. Like everyone he knows is being killed.
So did you feel that? Were you like, damn, she's gone? Like, because you knew her, right?
Like, I didn't have an attachment, but like the sudden like snatch and gone, I was like, I was impressed because it made Darth Vader so much more menacing. Because sometimes you forget, like, he's not just Anakin crying under the mask. He's also evil. He's also an evil character who will kill anyone and anything for the Empire.
Bro, you know? Dude, Darth Vader, bro. You know my.
I got a question for you on this one.
What?
Okay, so since you're growing, like you're liking for Maul, and you're like getting to see more of him, do you feel like Maul should have been able to put up a fight, or do you think the power scaling in that final episode is justified or valid?
Oh, dude, I was wondering what I was gonna feel about this, because on one hand, someone made the comment, dude, Maul has fought like some of the strongest people, right? He's fought Obi-Wan, who Obi-Wan beats Darth Vader every time, beats Anakin every time. Maul has fought him. Maul has fought.
That's also a matchup thing, though. I think that's a matchup thing.
But like, in terms of people he's fought and like maybe their accomplishments of who they can fight, you know, like And Maul has fought Qui-Gon. He's fought, I don't know who else he's fought, right? But then for him to immediately know when he starts fighting Darth Vader, like first few swings, you know, obviously he goes in there cocky, but a few hits in, he's like, whoa, I cannot beat this guy. I got to run.
Yeah, he's like, out of my league.
Yeah. And that's kind of all I saw. I was like, the only time, you know, what's his name? Darth Maul held his own really was a lot of the times when he was 2v1ing with the I forgot the master's name, bro. How do I forget his name? The master, him.
Yeah.
When he's fighting him, that's kind of it. Other times, I feel like he's just running away. You know, he's trying to, you know, keep running. I'm doing as best as I can here, but I'm probably going to lose. And then he runs. And so I thought it was a little balanced, right? I didn't think he was doing too crazy, but where I do think the power scaling was like, bruh, really? Was when the freaking master guy gets a hit at Darth Vader at the end. Like, I was like, bro, that's some BS. He should not get that hit. Like that.
You don't think so?
No, bro. Bro was struggling the whole time, bro. You're telling me now after fighting for like 20 minutes by yourself.
He had some Yoda moves. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was taught by Yoda. He was bouncing around.
No, he did have the moves.
He was agile.
He was smooth with it. I'll give you that. But I don't know. At the end, it's just like right when he dies. Just so you guys know, like he had something in him and he hit him, and it's like, I was like,
I feel like the people have been handling like the fighting style matchups.
Yeah.
Because have you ever heard about that lore? How like the reason certain people win against certain people is because of their fighting style.
Yeah, I've heard like different people talk about certain fighting styles.
Yeah. Do you know about like the Dooku stuff that they put into the Clone Wars of the movie?
What?
Okay, so like this is actually really cool. So Anakin is mainly aggression and like attacking, and he if he had any weakness, it'd be defense. And then Obi-Wan is mainly defense. Like he's an extremely good defensive person who will wait to like until you make a mistake and he'll like get on that. But with Dooku is like a master all around. So they've had fight scenes where Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting Dooku, and if you look at the choreography, Dooku will specifically go on the like attack whenever he's fighting Anakin. So he's like, I'm gonna make sure you're on the back foot because your like weakness is defense, and then And then as soon as Obi-Wan would jump in, he would make Obi-Wan have to like be more aggressive because that's not his like forte, his like main fighting style. So like Dooku was a master at that stuff. And that's why in episode 2, Obi-Wan can't beat him because he's waiting until the offensive person makes a mistake. But Dooku's fighting style is to be precise in both defense and offense. And so there's no chinks in the armor when it comes to him like fighting against Obi-Wan. So anyways, take that theory to Maul. Maul is aggression and attack, and he's trying to put up that against Anakin, who is like basically twice as powerful, same fighting style. So it's like two bulls running into each other, but one bull is just like
so much stronger.
Like,
yeah.
Exactly. So it's like it's just a bad matchup. He's not going to win that matchup.
I've heard like and this is where I'm like, bro, my Star Wars lore is not that deep. When I start to hear about the different fighting stances, there's names for all these stances, how they hold their lightsabers. You know, Obi-Wan when he's positioned over his head versus Obi-Wan when he's positioned down. Two different fighting styles, and even with like Maul in this one, I learned a little bit where you were saying he is aggression with when he has his lightsaber and his staff. But they say when he takes it apart, that's when he tries to go into defensive. When he has his two. So when he's fighting in that one scene where they have to jump over the pit, Maul was fighting with his one, but then when it became 2-on-1, he's like, oh shit. He pulls apart his lightsabers. Yep, and just defense. And I was like,
that makes sense.
I was like, wow, like there's even lore to the freaking moves they do and like what,
right?
Which again, pretty cool.
I love that detail.
Pretty cool. Us on the spectrum, we like that stuff. That stuff is cool to us.
It is very cool.
But like something I really kind of did want to talk about was Darth Vader in this show, because like for everyone listening, guys, Darth Vader, my number one. He is my Star Wars. When you say Star Wars, I think of Darth Vader. He is the chosen one, and I don't know, I really like him. So when he showed up in this, I was like, what? I kind of had a little spoiled, but I didn't know in the way he was gonna show up. And in the way he showed up, I was like, bro, like there's a lot of full circle moments that I was having, and one of the big full circles is like Darth Maul was the apprentice to Darth Sidious. He would have became Darth Vader, and essentially. Yeah. But now the new apprentice, Darth Vader, is fighting the old apprentice, which I was like, bro, what? But then on top of that apprenticeship going on, new apprentice, freaking Darth Maul with Devin Izara. And I was like, bro, what? Like another apprenticeship, and it kind of was just showing like that big circle of like how the Sith kind of is working. And
all these parallels.
Yeah, so many parallels. I was like, oh, this fight's actually like it kind of means a little more than just Darth Vader versus Darth Maul. It's like ex-apprentices, dark side, Darth Sidious, both manipulated, both whatever by this one man, and like one guy got done dirty, and he's like, he's gonna do that to you, and the other guy's like, he'll never do that to me. And it's like I read the quote somewhere that said, what did they say? One man serves him, one man seeks vengeance. And I was like, right? Like kind of bars. So
deep.
And even Darth Vader, bro, in this show, like, I don't know. Bro is such a menace, bro. He's so smooth with his fighting style. It's just like, here, block.
Not a single wasted swing or anything.
Just efficient all the way around. Ding, ding. He's like, oh, I got to punch you here. Boom. The way he was using the force, like just choking you while stopping you here with his lightsaber, like, bro is a menace.
The way he immediately went for Maul's leg, like one hit in, just parry, boom, smacked him in his leg. I'm like, oh my god, critical hit, like from the get go. And also, so that whole fight like between Maul and Darth Vader was spoiled. But the thing is I'm like, okay, I can't wait to get till to episode 10, because I'm like, that's when Darth Vader's gonna come in the last like 5 minutes and be a fighter. So when he showed up at the end of episode 9, I'm like, dude, a whole episode dedicated to this, like,
right?
I don't know. You like let me have my cake and eat it too. Like,
Dude,
just you gave me,
yes.
you spoiled me. You spoiled us Star Wars fans with a whole episode.
Great fan service, not mad at all. Hyped from
Not mad.
The second he showed up on those last few minutes, just you just hear the breathing, bro. It's over, you know. And yes, a whole episode, bro. Star Wars fans got their fan service, bro. That was awesome.
I was also sad. Like, I love that. You know how in the original trilogy, since it's so old and outdated, the fight scenes are like very outdated compared to now.
Yeah.
I like how they kind of took advantage of that, because you see how like Vader is moving like the original trilogy, like slow, kind of.
Boxy.
Like, of course, he has some boxy, quick parries, but I'm like, that fits his, like, he's a tank.
Right.
He's just a tank of a Sith Lord who, like, will only, every hit is powerful, that's going to knock you on your knees, and it's just, like, he's overpowering everyone with a single swing. I'm like, I like that they connect those two, but use it in a way to, like, add to his character. They don't do it and then have it be, like, lame, because they easily could have been like, let's make this original fight scene like Obi-Wan in the first movie, and then it just looks like, you know, very clunky, just like anticlimactic swinging, but they made it look badass in my opinion.
Yeah, because he is like literally 50% human, 50% robot. Like, bro is a machine. So like he's
a Terminator.
He's moving like a machine, and it's so satisfying to just see him fight like high level. I guess they're not Jedis, because Maul's just a Force user. So like, you know, lightsaber battles, ex-Siths, ex-Jedi,
a Dark Lord.
Right. So just fighting these people that are like high up there. I mean, that frog allegedly, or lizard, got a hit off Darth Vader, so he must be powerful. So him fighting both of them at the same time, light work. Like, this is where I had a little power scale issue, because bro brought down a whole airplane. You know, we saw that in Obi-Wan. He brought down a whole shit.
They look too far. I swear they were too far in the end.
No, but why didn't he crush Maul's legs? Just force squeeze him. Right?
I don't like forced criticisms, because I'm like, that just ruins every.
Yeah,
you can insert that everywhere.
He should have.
I'm like,
though. Okay, fine. I'll agree with that forced criticism, but bro, no, he should have easily killed that master guy. Lights out, done. And I guess he was the most powerful Jedi that we've never known about until now. But whatever. Small criticism. Quick question though. What did you think about the new possible idea of like a new Anakin almost, right? Like a new good gone evil with the new apprentice Devin Izara. Like,
I like it because it's a good cliffhanger. I didn't realize that they already greenlit season 2.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be like, imagine their adventures after this, but I'm like, oh shit, like y'all are gonna give me more.
Right?
Like, please, cool. I like it. Like, I don't have any thoughts, because I'm just like, I trust what y'all are gonna do. Like, I don't have any skepticism about the future. I'm like, if it's anything like season 1, go for it. I don't care. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I love a good Anakin story. You know, good guy turned bad guy by the people around him, and obviously she's getting manipulated by Maul, and I don't know. I there's a fan theory I'm kind of following, right? Because and follow me here. Let me know if you agree with me, right? They specifically show a scene. You know, when in the scene where Darth Vader is fighting against Maul and the Jedi Master, they're fighting 2v1ing, and then Maul actually like force pushes him towards Vader.
Yeah.
Like, in that same scene where Darth Maul kind of betrays him, the dad is in a tree and he sees that. They specifically show the dad seeing Maul push him in, right? And I wondered, the dad's gonna snitch. Like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, the dad's gonna say something, bro. Like, he has to. And then the dad dies, and the dad sacrifices himself, and he dies. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why would they show that specific scene? And I'm like, the dad's not dead.
Really? You think the dad's not gonna die?
Yeah, I think that's what happens.
Oh, like, and then maybe he reveals it
Yeah.
to her in the second season somehow, and then she like, that's how it severs that connection between
right.
them two.
That's what I'm thinking, because I specifically told myself when they showed that, I was like, dude, that's gonna do something.
That's on purpose.
Yeah, and then he dies. I was like, I guess it wasn't on something. But then, I'm thinking, is the next season just gonna be Maul training her to be evil or kind of shady, and that's it? I'm like, maybe she's kind of shady, but then it's like, actually, I hate you, kind of like maybe like Ahsoka a little bit. She's like, I hate you. Yeah, I don't know, maybe something. So that was my little Easter egg, maybe, is what I think.
What's your opinion? I really want to know your opinion on, because you had never. I mean, I showed you the last episodes of the Clone Wars with Darth Maul, but at the same time, you never really see or hear Darth Maul's voice except for the animated stuff. So, like, what'd you think about the voice actor, the guy who's portraying Maul?
No, he definitely had like a nice, like, smooth, like, cool voice. I don't know why when I think of him like crazy, like going crazy or something. Like, that's how I imagine him. So seeing him kind of be this chill, methodical, like hardcore at times guy, I was like, oh, this kind of adds a layer to Darth Maul, because same with most people who haven't seen the TV shows. Like, if you hadn't told me about Darth Maul coming back to life, I'd be so confused right now with this show, because I only really think of him getting sliced in half. So I don't really have a good image of who he is. So in this show, they really did kind of make me like him. I think they did a good job, because you kind of feel for him. What he went through. He went through the Anakin story, except he got done dirty. And, maybe he was a good boy, and we don't know. Like, he just got, turned me trying to find sympathy for these dark people. Right. Sidious, it's not his fault.
I swear.
It could, if you were in his shoes.
If you're honestly, it kind of went through his whole backstory in those visions. You see him being taken away as a kid. I'm just
really?
Like, I mean, yeah. Like, remember in that like little cloud when he was crawling through the tunnel, and then you even see him getting like electrocuted by Palpatine during training.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, that actually does make me feel bad for him. And then Palpatine, after torturing him in training, also kills his brother. And then, like, I'm just like, like, his life sucks. Like, I probably would be off the deep end too if I had to go through all that.
Yes, I mean, shout out the voice actor. I did a little research on the guy. His name is Sam Witwer. He's voiced Maul for 15 years now. So I'm guessing he probably did the original voice in the Clone Wars series.
He did.
He also voiced. Everyone talks about this guy, Starkiller, Darth Vader's apprentice in the video game.
The Force Unleashed.
The Force Unleashed. Yeah. So he does that voice acting for that guy. So everyone knows him as Starkiller too. But
they also modeled that character after like his face and everything.
Oh, really?
So it looks almost exactly like him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's also what I like, because what I was reading about Sam Witwer, and we were kind of talking about this on the Mandalorian episode with like, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, these like super nerds that really know the Star Wars universe, Marvel universe, and are just like, this is the freaking material. We're staying true to it. We're gonna work within these confines. Sam Witwer is like a big Star Wars nerd. Like, he loves Star Wars. He literally was like giving direction for Maul on this TV show. So he was like very involved, telling him, oh, he should be more like this. He wouldn't say that. He would do this. Kind of just directing his own character that he's played now for 15 years. And it's like, that's so cool to like even know that, because, I mean, I bet some people who play the same person for that long eventually get an idea of their character. But maybe they might just like not care. Be like, let the directors do it. They'll whatever. But
right.
But he was like, no,
my job's to act.
Yeah, right. But he's like, no, I'm gonna portray this character in a way that is true.
He knows him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, shout out.
He knows his mind.
Shout out Sam Witwer. Dude.
Yep. So I say it's about time for us to get into ratings. And I was thinking of a scenario.
Oh,
right?
A scenario.
So let's say you got to escape. Darth Vader's about to kill you. He's about to murder you, right? And the only way for you to watch the Darth Maul series, right, is if you force push some Jedi into Darth Vader for a distraction. How many Jedis are you sacrificing to watch the Darth Maul series?
Can they be younglings or do they have to be like?
Yes, as many younglings.
How many?
As many.
Okay.
Bro, your Empire. Like
I mean, you gotta start when they're young, bro.
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
So, how many younglings would I force push into Darth Vader for me to be able to watch this series? Honestly, bro.
Max 10.
I'm gonna push 10 younglings into Darth Vader's vicinity to get chopped up, so the Empire can live on and no Jedi can possibly disrupt the Empire. But dude, it's
and you don't care if you get to see Maul or not. You're just like, I'm just doing this for the Empire.
I forgot about that part. Yes, dude. I mean, this is Star Wars, and I love Star Wars. I love seeing Star Wars stuff. I love a good tragedy story, and Darth Maul is a pretty unique tragedy. I wouldn't say as good as Anakin's, but it's still like a tragedy nonetheless. And Star Wars stuff, you hear the music, you hear the ships flying. You freaking get to see Darth Vader, the man, in action, probably in some of the best fight scenes we've had him in, and it's awesome. I mean, it's everything. I mean, even if you just watch the last 2 episodes, you'll like it. I mean, obviously you watch the whole series, but just those last 2 episodes for me were really like, damn, this is freaking peak, bro. And
I agree with you too with what you texted me. I'm like, this could be a movie. Please, someone edit it.
Right?
And just make the best movie ever.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you freaking agree, because you said that idea was so dumb, and why would anyone ever do that? And I was like, bro, no, trust. Like, you could make it into a good movie, bro. Like,
okay, just with the fact that like Darth Vader isn't a 5-minute fight scene like in Rogue One, he would be an entire final act. I'm like, dude, make that a movie. Having him the final villain.
Yes,
do it.
It would definitely be worth it. How many younglings are you pushing into Darth Vader's grasp?
10. 10.
Nice. Team Empire, let's go.
And then one extra just for the heck of it.
Oh, you'll push yourself in? Like,
no, well, just one extra youngling. I can see him on the side.
You'll find another one?
I'm like, no. Yeah, you too. This is how much I love Maul.
What if that one youngling you found was Grogu? You pushing him still?
Oh, I'm throwing him into there, bro.
You're punting him towards Darth Vader. He's gonna home run him.
If it means I get to watch this series like a split second sooner, I'm punting him straight to Darth Vader.
Nice, bro. First time pictures, guys. 10 out of 10 series, guys. Like, if it's 10 out of 10 from both of us, you have to go check it out at this point. Like,
yeah, that's when you know it's universal.
It's peak, bro. I mean, we don't get our scales like 100% accurate. It's always been.
Yep.
Nice.
Don't lie. So, do you have a movie for us? What are we watching next week? I know He-Man comes out next week.
Ooh, are you trying to watch He-Man? I feel like I asked you this.
I got my tickets. I got my Dolby tickets. I'm seeing it.
Okay. I guess we're doing He-Man then. I mean, yeah, this is gonna come out in 2 weeks. Yeah, He-Man, and then after He-Man, Toy Story, and then
we'll also try to fit in Obsession if we can. We'll try, but no promises.
Nice. Okay. I guess if next week we're doing He-Man, do you have a little synopsis for the He-Man? Because I literally know nothing about He-Man. So
Me neither. Let's both find out what this is about.
Okay, because I feel like I've seen He-Man as like a meme. That's how like I know him. I never seen the show, but Jackie, your sister, told me that your brother Davey was like loved He-Man, and that like one of his birthdays was a He-Man birthday.
Oh, wow.
And
I did not know that.
And I was like, what is He-Man? How are people obsessed with He-Man? Like, what is this? And I guess it was like a TV show?
So it says, this is who He-Man is. Prince Adam, who crashed to Earth in a spaceship at age 10, Superman copy, losing his magical power sword, living a mundane life for nearly 2 decades, he finally tracks down the sword. Whisked back to Eternia, he must confront his past and become He-Man to save his home from Skeletor.
Okay, Superman.
Long lost, the prodigal son returning type story. Okay, I'm ready.
Nice. Okay, you got Dolby tickets? I hope they still have some seats then.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next week, is it called He-Man? It's called something else, right?
It's called Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe. Nice. All right. So I guess I'll close us off here. Thank you guys for listening to our episode on Star Wars, Maul the Shadow Lord. If you liked the episode, please make sure to leave a like and review, a comment, and go over to review. Apple Music or Spotify and leave us a review on however you think this episode went. If it was 1 star, just don't leave a review. But if it was 5 star, think about leaving a review. Think about leaving a review.
1 star, keep it to yourself. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So.
All right. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.